everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dhivenya and I'm from Malaysia, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how I became fluent in French in 1 year. Let's get into it. Back in 2017, I moved to France at the age of 18 to study engineering, and during my first year in France was when I had official French lessons. So at that time, I was with 21 other Malaysians, shout out to FP18, and we were enrolled in a French language school called Kaale, which was situated in Tours in the center of France. So on average, we had about 5 hours of class per day, and at that point, we spoke zero French, and our French teachers spoke to us fully in French, so no English at all. In those 2 months, we went from level 0 to level A2, and then that's when we started having other engineering subjects in French as well. So 4 months after that, we hit the B1 level, and then 6 months later, we hit B2. Mind you, during this time, we had a lot of reading, we had a lot of grammar, a lot of oral debate. They got us to debate. It was really hard for me at that point because I found it so difficult to express my ideas in that language, and it used to be so frustrating because I would have all my ideas rushing into my head in English, and then it would stop because I wouldn't be able to find my words in French, and it used to be so frustrating to express myself at that point. So to resume, I would say that in that 1 year, I had consistent French classes. We were guided by amazing teachers, shout out to Emmanuel and Christelle. So after that 1 year, we were ready for French university, theoretically. On paper. And so this is where the second part of my strategy comes in. Because I was not yet satisfied with my level in French, I knew that I would have to get myself out of my comfort zone. I decided to go to a university, to a city where I would be the only Malaysian student in my engineering department. So I reached my French university. I don't know anyone. I am one of the 3 girls in a class of 50 over students in the mechanical engineering department. So far so good. During the first 2 months, I barely understood French. I thought I knew French, and when I arrived in the real French speaking world, I did not understand. Real French versus theoretical French is so different. I still remember lunch on the first day of EUT, which was our university. We were sitting down at the table having lunch, and they were speaking to each other in French, and I understood nothing. I was just sitting there oui? Hahaha, oui. Oh, intéressant. I did not know what was going on, and I did not understand, and I was oh my god. During one of my first tutorials, I was sitting alone in class, and then this red-headed guy looked over to me and he's come over, do you want to sit beside me? Shout out to Fernand, t'étais mon premier ami, voilà, on UT. And ever since then, we stuck together through the entire 2 years of that degree. So if I were to resume my second year in France, I would say that my understanding and my speaking obviously got better, but I was still scared of making mistakes when I spoke. I was scared of my accent. I felt very insecure of my accent at that moment, because I think that personally, French is a language where you need the right accent, you need the right intonations in order to sound fluent in that language. That's just my personal opinion on how I want to be fluent in the French language. Fast forward to my 3rd year in France, and that's when I had a shift of a mindset. Before starting the year, I told myself, I don't care if I don't like my accent, I don't care if I make mistakes, whatever is it, I'm doing great. I'm already studying engineering, which is a hard course in a language that's not my first, neither is it my second. So if I make mistakes, it's normal. Having that switch in mindset made a lot of difference for me. For the first thing, it helped me gain a lot of confidence, because since I removed that barrier in my head, I just started speaking more. I started expressing myself more, regardless of whether I had the right words or not. And so that helped me progress even further. Now today, it's been over 6 years since I've been in France. I did 5 full years of engineering in the French language in French universities. So I do speak French fluently, and it's kind of weird because today I can't imagine not speaking French. I'm sort of in that middle where I need to be in an environment where I can speak both English and French. So my advice to you guys, if you want to learn a language, if you want to learn French, is First of all, you need to have a lot of discipline. Language learning, especially if you want to be fluent, is not easy. It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of consistent hard work, dedication, discipline. You need to have a study plan. Number two is you need to know your goal. Why do you want to learn a language? Is it because you want to work in a country where that language is spoken? Is it just for your travel? Is it just for just because you like the language? So my advice would be to set that clear goal, know why you're learning that language, and take the necessary steps towards that goal. And the third tip that I would give you is try to get the full immersive experience. Maybe try to go to that country for a few months if you are able to. Maybe get like a job where you can work there. Mix with people from that country who speak that language. Get yourself a tutor. I find that really helps because it makes your learning more serious, it makes it more formal, and it definitely takes you to the next level. But immersion itself, for me, I think it's like single-handedly the most important thing if you truly want to be fluent in that language. It takes an insane amount of discipline, and if you have that discipline to learn it, then like good for you. But I know I don't, and I think like a lot of people don't as well. So once again, it's very important to know why you're learning that language and put a system in place that helps you achieve it. That's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the French language, and I will see you in my next video. Ciao!